Miguel could be Air 21 versus Barako Energy Coffee. As our first quarter continues, Canaleta using the body there on Sammy Monroe, and Monroe will be called with another foul.
And Canaleta coming out of the bench, came in at about the 5-minute mark, and ever since he's come in has been very aggressive. Hit a 3-point shot, hit a couple of free throws, and now attacked the basket and got a foul from Monroe.
Haris Dimonahan coming off a 14-point performance last time around against Talk and Text in the game for the first time. Another good trip to the line for KG Canaleta, his 7th point of the ball game. Roger Yap covering Alvergara. Monroe against Brown. The fake. Over to Vergara in the corner. Moves in. And it's a turnover. Roger Yap, no reinforcements in sight. No problem.
And right now, B-Meg Derby Ace tightening their defense, making it very difficult for Barako Energy Coffee to score. On the other side, they've already put up 25 points on the board, and they're in a big run right now.
Monroe, the 3, hits a brick. Over to Meyerhofer. Meyerhofer losing the leather. But could it be B-Meg, or could it be Barako Energy Coffee last touch? Yes. So this possession will stay with B-Meg Derby Ace. Over to Chicky Reyes now with this report.
Thank you, Vito. Here's an injury report on Jerwin Gacko. Jerwin sprained his left foot when he landed on the foot of Brown. They're currently icing it, and it is unsure if Jerwin will be back or not in this game. Vito?
Thank you for that update, Chicky. And well, this possession has been awarded to Barako Energy Coffee. Oh, now that B-Meg Derby Ace Llamados are in the penalty.
Well, Barako Energy Coffee needs these free throws. It's been a 13-3 run by B-Meg Derby Ace since Barako Energy Coffee had their biggest lead at 15-12. Now, usually that's what happens to Barako Energy Coffee. Just can't sustain a good game all the way.
I would like to acknowledge the support of Hanes, the official underwear of the PBA. Mark Isip now in the game, replacing Rob Reyes. So Barako Energy Coffee now trailing by 5 with 1:10 to go in the first. Brown exploring his options here. Roger Yap moves in. Missing on the jumper here. Meyerhofer picking up the loose ball. Brand new shot clock now for the Llamados. Cliff Brown. Didn't get the slam, but he definitely met the challenge of Sammy Monroe and won.
Now Roger Yap doing a good job. He's been able to get to the spot that he wants to get, and there's an open pass, wide open Cliff Brown, and difference in strength right there. Cliff Brown much bigger.
So Monroe, after picking up his second personal, will head to the bench. B-Meg Derby Ace, on the other hand, with a chance to build on this lead. And the offensive rebound by Meyerhofer. And we've got a 30-second timeout brought to you by Handy Fix. Ang first aid ng bahay mo, bonds, all seals, all nice. Awareness there by Rico Meyerhofer. to call for that 30-second timeout in the midst of that fracas down low.
Just in a situation where he couldn't do anything with the basketball, was kneeling down in the paint, so forced to call that timeout. But this B-Meg Derby Ace team, their biggest advantage every time they play against any other team, it seems that they just have a ton of players with so much energy. And Rico Meyerhofer, one of those guys, and you saw it right there when he grabbed that offensive rebound.
That's been said before. You could take any 3 or 4 guys from their bench, and they'd instantly be in the starting lineup of any other PBA team. And another rebounding machine coming in here for the B-Meg Derby Ace Llamados in Rafi Rivas. Roger Yap to Meyerhofer. Meyerhofer in the lane. The layup is good.
Now that play obviously set up during that timeout. Rico Meyerhofer getting getting a one-on-one isolation at the top, and at his size has so much quickness.
2-possession quarter here. Isip can't score from close range, but there's Alonso with a putback. Eight seconds left in the first. B-Meg Derby Ace will try to get a shot off before the buzzer. It's in the hands of Roger Yap. Yap moves in, can't get it to roll, and our first quarter is over with a B-Meg Derby Ace. Llamados successfully limiting the Barako Energy Coffee Masters here after 12 minutes of action. They're ahead by 7, 29-22.
Nagbabalik po ang PBA dito sa Big Dome, and with me is the assistant coach of Barako Energy Coffee, Coach Moncelis. Coach, B-Meg played big against your 2-3 zone in the first quarter. The Llamados were cutting in and getting the pass. Any defensive adjustments here in the second quarter?
We have to collapse on the ball whenever it's inside, no? So we have to do a better job of boxing out. Okay?
Sammy Monroe is bleeding for his points. Every time he gets the ball, he gets doubled immediately. How do you plan to address this in the second quarter?
Sometimes he has to play decoy and pass it off to the other open players.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Vito?
Thank you, Chicky. Sammy Monroe, who has had a tough time here in the first quarter. I mean, he's been able to get some of his shots off, but the coverage that the B-Meg Derby Ace Llamados have been throwing at him have been pretty tough.
He has to do a better job of recognizing what is being given to him. Obviously, they're not going to allow him to beat him, talking about B-Meg Derby Ace. So he has to give up the ball to his teammates in a situation where his teammates either can score or can move the ball around for better shots.
So Rob Wainwright called for hacking. And that's going to send Rico Meyerhofer to the line.
2 free throws for Rico Meyerhofer.
Meyerhofer averaging about 18 minutes per game here in this Fiesta conference. B-Meg Derby Ace Llamados, as you see Coach Janelle Baculi there of the Barako Energy Coffee Masters, still hasn't brought in Leo Nahorda. Meyerhofer makes it an 8-point ball game in the opening seconds of the second quarter, 30-22. This is the PBA on Solar TV. Vito Lazadin here along with Jason Webb at courtside. Coffee Masters now with Dima Unahan working from the outside. They get it to Isip. Isip over the outstretched arms of Rafi Rivas.
But you can see how B-Meg Derby Ace forced Barako Energy Coffee to waste a lot of time, had to shoot Mark Isip had to force that shot just to be able to get a shot up.
And we've got Patricia Husen now with this report from the dugout.
You know, the target was to get Kirby Raimundo in tip-top shape and ready to go before the end of the eliminations. But according to Coach Ryan, aside from the tightness on his ITB or his thigh, which they tried to address when he went to Hong Kong, Kirby has also now developed a slight pull on his groin muscle, which has hampered him from going full-on with his therapy.